Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3, the decider of Group B between Invictus Gaming and Team Zenith. Zenith, with a very unorthodox no-ban strategy in Game 2, have brought it back to one game apiece, and we're going to a Game 3 decider. I'm Gods, and I'm joined here by Luminous, and we've seen the somewhat unexpected from Team Zenith so far.
To me, it was, I mean, everybody on Twitter, everybody on the forums are talking about it's the no-ban strat, it's the no-ban strat. For me, it's able to take IG off the comfort zone right from level 1. Right from the get-go, we talked about how IG in Game 1, once they get a small lead, they hold on to it and they grind you out. Zenith says, we're not going to give you the lead in the first place. We saw multiple times Ice walked in the jungle with his Juggernaut, and I think both of us were questioning it. Why is he stopping the gank on Bat Rider? Is it such a big deal? I mean, Bat didn't get a blink until 32 minutes. Yamate did an excellent job shutting down Magnus on the bot lane, making sure that he wasn't level enough to make those one-man RP worth it, and eventually it wasn't. So, Invictus Gaming, to me, have to get a good start, and I feel like there's some sense of urgency for Invictus Gaming, for fans out there. They just dropped the game to Zenith, who a lot of people thought can't take a game off of them. And like I said, it's 50-50. So Zenith looking to close things out in Game 3.
Well, so far it has been 50-50. Zenith, they look like a team with a plan here in Game 3 because they give away Lifestealer, something they refused to do in Game 1. They banned it out in Game 1. Game 2, they first picked it. This time around, they leave Lifestealer in the pool, so it makes you think they've got something in mind. And with this Tinker Juggernaut as their first two picks, not something which is commonly picked up early on, but when it's Zenith, they're heroes they play well, as we saw in Game 2 with the Juggernaut, and Tinker always a favorite of these Singaporean Southeast Asian teams.
Yeah, Tinker, and more importantly, denying the Juggernaut to the enemy team. So it's kind of really annoying now to push up against Tinker. Tinker, keep in mind that he could slow siege by having multiple marches as well. So do you look towards Invictus Gaming really considering a clockwork here as one of the more reliable way to deal with the Tinker? But with that said, I'm not sure how Invictus Gaming will like to tackle this Zenith lineup. They're just so hard to kill, right? Blade Fury on the Juggernaut. Tinker is going to be very mobile with the Blink. It's going to be tough, in my opinion.
It'll be interesting what Miracle plays, because he's normally on the hard carry. So if they pick up something like a hard carry, then we're looking at three very farm-dependent core heroes. To a certain extent, Juggernaut, we saw last game, can get by with less farm, and Naga Siren really early on. So this is their semi-answer to the Lifestealer, it looks like. Ensnare can go through his Rage form. They haven't they haven't really got any ranged DPS to actually kill him off, but it'll be more like an Ensnare and then ignore him kind of strategy, it seems.
Don't forget that Naga Siren can be placed as a support. I think it was either Orange or Zenith that played it as a support against one of the Chinese teams, one of the lesser-known Chinese teams that picked a Wisp. It was a good kind of sleep counter in a sense against the Relocate. I think he might be played as a support. You could actually play Naga as a carry. She was played back as a carry back in TI2. But don't be surprised if he is going to be more moved to the 4th or 5th row here.
Yeah, very good point here. IG have grabbed themselves the Lone Druid, so they're going with that sort of dual strong, the bear with his little pet, the little dog, the Lifestealer, as their sort of two main carries here. And this is most likely going to be your Zhou Lone Druid in the safe lane and YYF as your off-lane Lifestealer, possibly in a tri lane. Or possibly they leave the supports with Lone Druid, depending where they're expecting Zenith to pressure. And Zenith, with this Naga Siren, it's a hero who can get aggressive early on. Riptide does a lot of damage, Ensnare's a nice little setup. So if they get some aggressive, strong supports here, they can make a really strong tri lane of their own.
I think we kind of talked about this just off casting the other day, and I'm not sure we ever got an answer to this. Has Invictus Gaming ever lost a game with Lifestealer?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember talking about this. Maybe it was with LD, but I would be surprised if they have.
Well, Invictus Gaming don't lose often, but
what are the recent games where they've actually lost? Since I guess last G1 League at the LAN finals, they lost a few games. We can look at TI2 where they lost a few games, but it's a hero they do so well with.
Yeah, and it just really fuels the way that they want to play, right? They want to play offensive, get early a lead, and not only get the early lead, also build room for your support. The Invictus Gaming supports love to TP away, love to make those ganks, and Lifestealer is a hero that you could say, hey, all right, Zoe or YYF, I'm going to be leaving you for a minute or two. Can you be okay by yourself? With Rage, with Infest, with Treads and Drums, yeah, he's going to be fine by himself. So it really allows Invictus Gaming to play the way that they want to play, which is early offense, full map domination. Let's see if they can do it against Naga Siren, which is one of the better heroes to deal with things like that. You talked about the early game Ensnare to stop the Lifestealer from jumping on your supports. More importantly, having a really good way to deal with late game kind of initiation. Lifesteal late game just wants to open wound, go in and attack. So you sleep him, you ensnare him. He's the only one that's magically immune. So suddenly it's a 5v1 situation against Lifestealer, and he could get picked off quite easily if it's like that.
I feel like these couple bans from Zenith, the Queen of Pain and Storm Spirit, are they heroes you'd expect IG to pick it? Because I feel they don't really fit IG's style, and also there's just not enough farm to go around to really fit them in.
I think it's a good way to actually shut down Naga Siren. Maybe they're trying to protect that pick, because if you jump Lifestealer into one of these really good initiator with the Orchid on top, their ticket of kind of initiating or counter initiating with a sleep is no longer an option, because the Storm was zipping, Orchid infests out, and bam, Naga's dead. So maybe it's a protected pick in that instance, or protected ban in that instance. And well, I could buy that argument.
Yeah, I can definitely see some reasoning there. IG themselves have banned out purely support heroes, Lina, Leshrac, Jakiro, and it's because Zenith on paper don't have a single support hero yet. Like you mentioned, Naga Siren can be run as a support, but even if that's the case, you need your your 5 position range support to combo with the ensnare, to have the follow-up stun, the ice path, the dual breath, whatever it may be. So these bans make a lot of sense here. It'll be interesting what IG grab, because they're not going to have an aggressive duo with the Shadow Demon. They're not going to have a Shadow Demon Lina, Shadow Demon Leshrac. Maybe we see Chuan go onto the Chen. Otherwise, we're looking at maybe something like a Disruptor, which IG also like to use. But there's your Chuan Chen.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
This is looking very much so like No Tie Hunter, who, congratulations to them, recently won a pretty big tournament. I'll let you guys find out which one that is. But there's just so much meat in your face.
They haven't won yet, Lumi.
Well, in my heart, they have won. They have done so well, and I'm going to be cheering for them. But this is one of their namesake strat, right? Yeah. I was talking about ISO Cup too, but
okay. I thought we were talking about the Star Ladder Land Finals.
They are looking so good, are they not? I think they're gonna take it. Yeah,
they're doing really well. It'll be an interesting series nonetheless, but that's neither here nor there.
But here's I don't know about this. Undying, normally a very good hero, allows you to kind of face offensive trialing very easily, but that Tombstone, it's just meat. It's just food for every Chen creeps, Lifestealer, Lone Drip Bear, which will do extra damage to the Tombstone because it's considered as a building. I mean, I kind of coined the No Tie Hunter push strat, but it's just really a ton of HP in front, a ton of healing, and really not many ways for you to deal with it. There's a Beastmaster, another very tanky hero up front. There's a Inner Beast Aura. I mean, this Invictus Gaming Face Rush, as LD like to call it. I mean, a lot of faces will be rushed right now.
I think this is different to the face. Face Rush is more about going for sort of in-your-face ganking and just constant fighting. This, to me, looks more like just all-out push. Lone Druid, getting a lot of early farmers, good pushing. Chen, Beastmaster with the Inner Beast. This, to me, looks like more about pushing. Beastmaster can set up... They can get kills mixed in with a Beastmaster Raw and a Lifestealer follow-up damage, but it seems to be more about grouping up as 5 and pushing rather than their Bounty Hunter Night Stalker draft. That, to me, is your quintessential Face Rush. Bounty Hunter Night Stalker, just dive all over the map. Super mobility... ganking. This isn't all about the mobile heroes. Lone Druid, not all that mobile around the map. Chen as well struggles a bit. Beastmaster as well. They have to be grouped up and in position to push, but something they can well and truly do. Tinker's going to be sort of the one thorn in their side if he can get the early boots to travel up, get some strong farm, and prevent that push with Rocket and March of the Machine spam.
So I think the Zenith strat right now going on is you take a couple of fights, you take a couple of nukes, you get low, you sleep, you drop the healing ward, you get heal up back to full HP because you have a ton of time to heal through that. You put a freaking Dazzle ultimate, the Shadow Weave on top, gives you armor, minus armor dem. You put a Tombstone down, which is gonna generate zombie, even if they're asleep or not. Not only that, you're putting down a March or 2 on top, and suddenly they're gonna come back alive, come back awaken, and everything is gonna be dropped on you. This is a pretty interesting strategy, not to say the least.
It's a cool little draft here. The one thing for me with Zenith is they can't fall behind early. I feel like this IG draft is a draft, if they get ahead early, they just snowball out of control. They take tower after tower, and they win the game by about 30-ish minutes. If IG get a good start, it's just all over for Zenith here. So Zenith need to make sure their laning stage, their early game, they don't make too many mistakes, they don't give up too many kills, but we'll introduce their players quickly. For Zenith, over on the Dire side, we have got Ice. He's playing the Suicide Juggernaut, something we saw against the Chain Stack. Boots first, and probably looking to pull from behind the tower. We're going to see Miracle playing the Naga Siren, NWP Yamate playing the Tinker, X Freedom on the Dazzle, and then finally it's the support player Ice on the Undying.
Ooh, really good laning. We'll talk about it in a bit here. It's going to be IG Faith Drafter playing the Shadow Demon. Zoe is going to be handling the Lone Druid. We do see Chen in the jungle being handled by Chuan. Has that smoke of the seat. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane here, Ferrari on that Beastmaster. Last but not least, YYF holding up on that solo lane up top on Life Stealer by himself for now. I think really what the Radiant team wanted to do is grab a Chen creep, get a smoke anchor up mid, and rotate top. Will not be able to do so now because, well, Magic Bush Warrior will block off 2 camp, and Ice is even on the hunt. He could kill Chen solo by himself if Tron's not careful enough.
He's close enough to his tower.
Wow,
he blocks the big
look
camp.
at this ward.
Have they got Sentry Wards to start things off here? Shadow Demon Disruption. He's got Sentry, so he can de-ward a lot of this. Ice is going to take a bit of damage here. And I'm actually surprised Ice, he blocks that. I thought he'd actually go for the pull from behind the tower. That's what he did last time he did this offlane Juggernaut with boots first, but he hasn't gone for sort of the creep skipping.
Well, I think he wants to.
Immediate sentry.
Right now, immediate sentry, and they're trying not to block their camp. Tron, get your fat butt out of that camp. Don't block it.
Oh, it's blocked. They get the pull, though, which is, to me, probably just as important.
Well, the thing is, they don't want to pull. They want to smoke yank and join Lifesteal up top, because Lifesteal now can't farm.
They don't have to... Yeah, Lifesteal can't farm. That's very true here, but I think right now we'll see a quick pull coming out.
Can you? Look at this, the Spear Bear across the map.
Wow, that's some big plays coming out. The shared control, I imagine, from Zhou. And Zhou, up against no one at bottom lane, he can farm perfectly fine without his Spirit Bear. Juggernaut isn't even there. Juggernaut's off doing some ancient stacking to start things off. Something you can do with a Tinker on your team. So this is making good use of his time at this bottom lane. Ancient stack, go for a little pull here. He's going to get scouted coming out into the enemy jungle here. An immediate harass coming out from Chuan, from Faith, and Ice is going to be sent back. And this is the problem with this offlane Juggernaut. He's not finding any way to get XP here.
I like how there's a Boost Juggernaut running past and there's just no F given by the 2 support. You run at me with Boost Juggernaut, yeah, I'll just hit you back. The Courier Blow might have got snipe on route. I know he doesn't have the movement speed. He's going to have to die past 2 towers. Yeah, he's not going to get this one in.
And he gets spotted running between towers as well.
Well, I mean, the Beastmaster already got his bottle, and the next trip coming here is going to be Courier upgraded because Chen is jungling up quite rapidly, so it's not looking good here for Ice trying to set some next level gank. There's going to be Laser, Breach of Speed is going to be there. The Creep Wave, though, doing a little bit of blocking. I think Ferrari might be okay. Juking. Chang shows up with the Centaur, and that should be it. Ice, 0 EXP so far. Got 1 off Tinker's creeps on the mid lane, but it's not looking good.
No, not looking good at all. Tinker's actually going Laser Rockets so far. I'd be surprised if he commits to a max out laser and rockets, especially considering Juggernaut's already started doing some ancient stacking here. I think it makes a lot more sense to go for a more well-rounded build. Max out the March and the Machines by level 8, level 9, whatever it may be. But right now, Ice on this offlane Juggernaut is having a really tough time. Yeah, well, now the supports have left. But at this point here, Zoe already fairly level 4 at this point. I don't think Ice could hang by himself, especially without any stout shields. We expected the rotation here coming out from IG Chuan as well as Faith, but I'm pretty sure the Dire expected it as well. Let's see if they get that kill on Naga Siren. Keep in mind that Ensnare could still go through Rage, and she has 2 skill points that has not been spent just yet. And it looks like we're going to see... Will they time this gank right? Yep, they've got this. It looks like Faith Disruption just gets there, just had the rain. Stomp to follow it up. They've got open wounds as well. Miracle does not stand a chance. Illusion going to be popped here, but that's not going to save his life. First blood goes to IG. Yeah, looking good so far here. You talked about how Zenith cannot fall behind with a lineup like this. They need a ton of EXP at all the levels. They want Max Tombstone. They want a healthy level of Dazzle so he could get Shadow Weave. You want Naga Sleep at a healthy level as well. Tinker needs to be at least 12-13 with Marching Machine. And last but not least, Juggernaut can't fall behind either. He's level 2. This draft looking very synergistic, looking very interesting, but the way that's being played right now, not looking too good. Yeah, it really isn't. Ice has found some experience at bottom lane. As soon as he sees Shadow Demon Chant top lane, he's like, okay, I can come to lane, but guess what? Spirit Bear's made its way to bottom lane, it's picked up an Orb of Venom, and suddenly the lane control is there for Zhou at bottom. He can really push Ice out and cause him some problems. So Ice going around has got boots here, but, well, boots is not going to be enough when Zhou has some of his own. Oh my goodness, that was a second hit in Tango on Ice. He's got boots, but Orb of Venom doing some work. I think he's trying to gain on the... No boots on the Spirit Bear, luckily. Yeah, he's going to make it out alive, but that's fine. I mean, right now Zou's getting EXP, Ice isn't, so that's a victory. Yeah, absolutely, and Ice just can't really lane against this lone druid. He can maybe soak XP, but he's not going to be able to compete for farm, go for denies, go for last hits without taking too much damage. So he's back. Well, he's got his healing ward dropped on the ground here, but he hasn't really got the mana to continually sustain himself at this bottom lane using that healing ward. It's got a long cooldown as well. Well, top lane here looks like Naga now hitting a healthy level, got Tranquil Boots up front, so she's going to be mostly fine, I want to say. But if they really want to jump on her, they can.
So the supports on Zenith's got to be very careful. Dazzle does have that 1 point into Shadow Grave. Keep in mind that's only
Joe's
400.
going for a kill bottom. He's diving so far. He picked up the boots on his Spirit Bear, and as soon as he does so, he went for the kill. Unfortunately, he got no entangle luck.
And even if he got entangled, Juggernaut could spin out of it. So
yeah,
I think Juggernaut was mostly fine. Looks like Faith perhaps in a little bit of trouble. Worst things there. They do grab on Faith. Is he going to self-destruct? They do. Nice dodge here on the nuke. Are they going to go on X Freedom? YYF on the run. Faith is also on the run. I think Faith is ending up going to go down. The lack of sendback, very surprising on Chuan. I think as soon as they ensnare on Shadow Demon, he should have just sent him back.
Yeah, and the decay, lowering his strength, as well as the poison touch, dazzle, Shadow Wave, actually does some decent damage here and made Shadow Demon so squishy and easy little pickup for Zenith, even with the defensive disruption. I definitely agree. You need to just use that Test of Faith send back, although it eats up a lot of mana. 200 mana to save a teammate is a lot early on, and I think that was sort of what Chuan was somewhat hesitant about.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he was reserving for YYF. YYF is the carry role in this particular lane, so maybe that's a little bit more important to him. Whatever the reason was, Zenith will happily take this one. Meanwhile, if you look at the bot lane, Zoe may not be farming the best, but he's actually continuously zoning out Ice out of the lane. And if you kick that into the equation, he's farming excellently.
Yeah, he's farming. He's up there. Tinker's actually leading the charts. Yamate in the mid lane. Once again on this Tinker, what's he's got? Bottle, Boot, Null Talisman. And he's leading the farm right now, but Beastmaster's handled himself well. He's just behind the Tinker, maybe even going to be looking for a kill soon. He's hit level 6 now. Rune going to spawn bottom. Both the mids were looking for it out top. Doesn't spawn there. Juggernaut picks up a DD Rune at bottom lane.
And here we go. Beastmaster are active. They want to set up a gank. Disruption already used on Ice, and Ice going to get nuked down so easily. There's a Grave on top. They maybe want X Freedom as well. And I do believe the Zombie is going to be going down. The Tombstone went down. X Freedom went down as well. A ton of gold being earned, and Naga is simply on the run. She does not have her song just yet. And this is something that Tinker really can't do too much about. I mean, Beastmaster rotates away. He can't really push all that quickly with Marching Machine either. So if Beastmaster wants, he could just TP or even walk back and not even lose too much in the lane.
Yeah, there's nothing which Yamate can do to punish this. Unless he goes for maybe a counter gank, but with this Marching Machine build that he's going back for, he doesn't really offer a whole lot. And as soon as the Rune didn't spawn top, he went back to mid lane to keep farming. Beastmaster said, well, I'm going to go top. 6 minutes, there's no more Observe Awards, and it is going to be an easy couple kills. Oh my gosh. Ice.
He doesn't need the root, just Orb of Venom Tango, yep.
Yeah.
Orb of Venom slow, and that's
how he almost killed him last time. Ice actually used the spin last time just to get out of there. He wasn't even entangled up, and NWP, Yamate has come in looking for Zhou here. There's a laser rockets, but not going to do anywhere near enough damage.
And with that kill, he's going to have enough gold for the Tranquil Boots on this hero, if that's what he wants. Meanwhile, you can see Chuan playing very deep. Somehow has gotten scoped out here. Yamate should expect a gank coming his way, but despite that, he's actually running very forward. Beastmaster Ward, no, Disruption opening. We're going to see a clap to follow through. There's a clap, and, well, he's dead.
Yeah, Beastmaster played that well. He threw the axes from far, didn't even run in. I don't even know if he got experience for that kill, because he did not want to get laser rocketed. So he played that smart, made sure he didn't give up anything in return. He was quite happy just to give the kill entirely to his support heroes. And wow. Ice again at bottom. I think he's dead. He's going for Zhou here, but I think Zhou's got this. The micro is there, the orb with the venom, orb of venom slow. Oh my gosh, the healing ward was not healing fast enough, and another death onto Ice at bottom lane.
And is it fair to say that IG is winning every single lane? The top lane might be a little bit of wash, but they got a couple kills against that defensive tri lane, which I chalk it up as a win. Mid Tinker got killed a couple of times. More importantly, Ice getting 0 farm on the bot lane. Huge win on that lane as well. I don't know how Zenith could come back from this. They're looking for a mid-game lineup that needs a ton of EXP and a little bit of farm, and they're not getting any of them.
I'm with you, 3 lanes 1. Lifesteal is out farming the Naga Siren, has his phase boots up, magic wand, as well as a bracer, so he's going to have a very fast phase boots and drum. And Miracle just 28 CS as well as a death to his name. This is 3 lanes 1, I agree, and possibly going to become even worse now. Mid lane, it looks like we're going to see another kill down on the Tinker. Dazzle needs to be careful. He may actually get brought down as well. Dark Troll Warlord going to be brought down. No more ensnare follow-up, but Beastmaster still chasing. Has wild axes soon, and those axes will do enough damage, it looks like, to finish off Freedom.
Yeah, Freedom doesn't even have... Oh, he does have boots, but Beastmaster simply just a lot quicker with Arcane Boot up here.
Zhou almost killed Ice bottom again. I didn't catch that, but he was between the towers once again, and Ice is on less than 100 HP. So
this is something that I've noticed Zhou does so well. When he recognizes that he has a lead as a carry hero, he doesn't just AFK farm in the lane. He lane controls you as a carry player, which... something that we don't see too often. A lot of carry players just rely on the support for doing that job. In a 1v1 matchup, Zhou will just outlane you. Very impressive play.
Yeah, he is absolutely fantastic at this bottom lane. He's been so aggressive. He's been involved in 3 kills, but it feels like he's sent Ice back to Fountain, or at least pushed him out of the lane to mid lane on 4, 5, 6 different occasions. It's been some fantastic lane control from him, like you say.
Yeah, and now it looks like Naga Siren has rotated on the bot lane, but what is really Naga going to do? I think that's really more towards give Ice a little bit of EXP up top. To me, I want to see IG do a little bit more. They have this big lead, but they're recognizing that Zenith is going for a fairly greedy lineup in terms of experience. I want them to see a little bit more punish in terms of getting a tower or two, or maybe even like that tier 1 tower up top. That's basically free if they ever want to send Shem up there, but seems like they want to get a little bit more ganks, yeah.
They're even bringing Beastmaster this time, so this to me is not just a gank. They're looking to get the tower as well, following up the kills here. Miracle is level 6. He has got the Song of the Siren, so they may look to bring him down first with some Chain Stun. The Roar, as well as the Centaur Stun, should be enough damage to bring him down, unless there's a Grave, but Dazzle isn't close enough for that.
Song of Siren, in my opinion, or in my experience, does have a slight lead in terms of casting animation.
Gets out of there. They avoid the initial smoke gank here, and this gives time for X Freedom to get in there. So smoke gank doesn't succeed, but I think IG, they're just going to shrug that off and say, well, our smoke gank didn't work, but we can maybe look to start pushing this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, I think they would do so as well. Look at how rich these supports are. Faith has Arcane Boots already finished. And you know that Chen, normally a very rich support, also has like Arcane finished. And with this tier 1 tower going down, they're going to be start looking at Force Staff. They're starting to be looking for things like, looks like Ice is going to be forced to TP back to the tier 2 tower as he's a little bit zoned out. They're going to be start looking for Force Staff and Mechs, and that's going to be really far ahead compared to the dire supports.
Yeah, we haven't seen Tinker with any boots of travel yet because of those 2 deaths on him. He can't come start defending these lanes. He hasn't got the boots of travel, which is the one item he really needs to get involved in.
Mid lane Beastmaster, Roar, and a Purge going right on Yamate. And there's going to be a Grave, very early Grave, and he might actually survive. Faith going to get initiated against. He's going to be self-disrupting himself just to delaying the kill, but he's not making it out there alive.
Well, here comes the counter gank. YYF's TP'd in. He wants to bring down Ice. He has enough damage. There is going to be a Dazzle ultimate here. Is this going to be the plus armor sort of deterring YYF from going in any further? They will bring down the Tombstone here, it looks like. And with that IG, YYF taking a lot of damage. Infest down. He's done some decent damage with the Infest, and he wants to go into X-Frame. Is there an open wound? 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's got it up. Song of the Siren going to get popped in. Well, Chen's creep army had just arrived. Chuama's looking to turn things around at mid.
That's a very, very expensive Song of Siren. A 3-minute cooldown. That's a long time to not have that particular spell against this team who likes to, not exactly face rush gank, but face rush your towers, that like they're doing right now. And well, there's really nothing that Zenith could do. That's their setup spells. That's their team fight spell. And using it like that, which saved their lives. But that means they're going to drop a lot of towers in return.
Yeah, and Zhou is getting to work at this bottom lane. He still hasn't even left to join up with his team because his team can do this 4-1 split. They have Lone Druid continue to farm, continue to pressure towers, while the other 4 go for these tier 1s. They've taken top, they're now moving on to mid. Tombstone gets brought, but it looks like brought down here. The Chen creep army getting to work on it. The tier 1 tower taking damage. Meanwhile, is this another solo kill?
That is a solo kill. He says, hey, you don't have more movement speed than I do. I'm going to just go in. I don't get the kill. No big deal. Meanwhile, my teammates on the mid lane are doing work. Beastmaster picks up Ice. Uh-oh. Ice trying to get the solo kill on Zoe. Not going to be able to do it. Purge up on top on the Ice. Yeah, YYF comes in. Open wounds. Rage. Right click. There's a Grave. But there's also Poison Stack coming up from Faith, so he's got to be very careful on how he treads. So he's not, nice healing just in time.
And even though these heroes are being saved and kept alive on the Zenith side by Graves or just getting out away like we saw Tinker at bottom lane with the bottle, they're still losing so much. They're getting pushed out, pushed back, they're not farming, they're not protecting their towers, and so suddenly IG with a 3-tower lead, and they're going to look for another kill here on Ice, over off to the side. There's your Entangle. It does go through Blade Fury. You can Blade Fury out of it, but if you're already Blade Furying, Entangle can go through.
Yep, and that's what allowed them to pick up that kill. IG looking for a tier 2 on the bot lane. I feel like you cannot concede the laning stage to IG with this kind of greedy mid-game draft. If you do, you never will make it to the mid-game because your carries are starting being outzoned by the other carry. Your tri-lane is losing to the tri-lane to the good rotation of that Chen. And Chen, by far, most likely the perfect hero against this particular lineup. Good ganker early on, good tower pusher early on, and just puts on a ton of pressure simply by himself, basically. And of course, could bail out allies that maybe are having a little bit of difficulties with the Hand of God on the global range. So really, really nice pickup for IG and really good play here as well.
And I love the fact they have a Chen because that means Chen can go for the mech. It means Beastmaster went for a fast Blink Dagger and he's got Lifestealer infest him. So there's your mobility. IG, Blink Raw, it's actually just an illusion, so Ferrari's not going to find anything at all at top lane, but he's got Lifestealer still inside him, and I love this item build coming out from Ferrari, and it's if they didn't have a Chen, he'd probably be going for that mech.
Yep, forced to go that mech, like you said. And remember what we said about the Queen of Pain and Storm ban? The way that Zenith could hope to win a team fight is to get that Naga sleep. Now when Beastmaster blinks on top of you, roars with a very long duration stun, infest bomb coming out, and maybe even throw out a purge on the Shadow Demon to get that kill. And look at that, Hawk already being summoned to scope Ice out. Ice is dead.
Yeah.
So easy, too easy.
Blink, Roar, Rage, and there's no way out of this one unless there's a Dazzle Grave, but Dazzle nowhere to be seen. Disruption is there. It's on the Tinker as well. They're going to move on to the next target. He's trying to TP his way out of here, but not going to succeed in doing so. Double kill for YYF. YYF's lifesteal is just absolutely disgustingly good.
Yeah, it really is. Being able to survive against that Trilling by himself, which against the Naga and Snare, pretty impressive thing to do. But more importantly, just being always at the right place at the right time. Now, obviously, he was infest into Ferrari, so maybe Ferrari should have got the credit there. But still, playing with his team, playing as a 2 support, or a 2 carry, sorry, the 2 row. Generally, a lot of teams, especially North American, European teams, like to play the lifesteal as a 1. And I honestly believe he's a better 2 row hero. And he's showing it here.
Yeah, he really does put there. The thing is, if your other team, they look to shut down your carry, you have the backup in. There's going to be TPs incoming. Nope, fake TP from Tinker. There was no way you'd want to go into that fight. Another tower goes down. IG can look to back off, go for Roshan here if they want, and it looks like they may do just that. It's extra gold, it's an Aegis, it's not really essential for them, and they may not even do it. We'll have to wait and see, but right now IG just in a very decisive position. They TP Zhou top. Zhou's got himself an armlet on his Spirit Bear shortly, and the gold lead is just getting absolutely massive for IG.
Yeah, the Roshan is practically free. The only opportunity cost is that you do spend a bit of time into the Roshan, which you're not pressuring anywhere else. And I think they find pressuring is a little bit more important. Yeah. Deep Ward being dropped up by Chen, and that's going to allow Beastmaster to find that angle, find that range to blink in. Not going to do so right here. I say if you're Beastmaster, you go for Axe Scepter on top of this. It's a ton of health, which is going to help you right now. And more importantly, it extends that initiation range. It just really fits the way that they're playing.
If he doesn't go for Ags, I think he goes for an item to try to end the game as fast as possible. Something like a Vlad's,
pipe, yeah.
Vlad's Pipe, Necrobook. But those are also your early game pushing items. But if he wants to be sort of focused more on the putting on pressure on the heroes and getting kills, then we look for the Ags. Whatever it is, it's going to be a very high impact item.
Meanwhile, Zoe still doing his own solo thing up top. Haven't really played with his team, but definitely contribute with his tower kill, the way that he's zoned out Ice, and almost even killed a Tinker. Looking at the issue, I think he's going to get a 4th 5-man gank, and let's see how quickly his teammates could come.
It doesn't look like he's going to be able to survive this one. Tombstone gets dropped. There is a Blade for he can TP. Poison Touch will come in time. Zhou gets TP cancelled by a couple different things. Song of the Siren even gets used. 5-man gank, Zhou, well, unfortunately, you can't survive that one. Ferrari's here, Blink, Roar, gonna be keeping Tinker alive. Nice grave coming out from the Dazzle here. Ice gets brought down by YYF. Now Tinker does go down. And, well, Zhou may have taken a fall here, but it's a big, big win going the way of IG. Miracle on the run here on the side on the left, and he's gonna be brought down by some Axis. Meanwhile, on the right, X-Freedom as well as Ice, they're on the run. YYF's got another open wound. He pops a Rage, heal on Ice, but he's not gonna be kept alive. 4 heroes down. Triple kill for Chuan on the Chen.
Carry support. That's how he rolls.
Yeah, he is having a fantastic time. The entire IG team, Zhou gets brought down, but he's just going to shrug that one off and say, well, end of the day, we got 4 kills at tier 2 tower, and we're just so far ahead of Team Zenith right now.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he ate all the spells that were meant for the team, and I'm pretty sure he's happy to eat those spells. Tron used to play solo mid, for those of you guys that are not familiar. He has some good support, but I mean, the days where he played solo mid Shadow Fiend was legendary as well. So
and his off-lane Windrunner was famous as well.
I mean, we talk about a lot of teams with the superstar Zenith team that could play multiple roles. Let's not forget that the Chinese also could do the same thing. It's just that they have figured out this is the best way to run their lineup, and well, right now it's looking perfect. 19-3 right now. The chances of Zenith throwing this game, very, very little.
This is the game 1 where IG had a lead. You still felt there was openings and ways for Zenith to get back in this game. This game, it's a different story. You just feel that Tinker doesn't even have a soul ring. It's really difficult to defend.
I think you were confusing some of the games when Zenith had the lead and IG could have came back.
No, I'm talking about back in game 1 where IG it was a similar story where IG had a lead, but you still felt that there was ways if IG made a little slip up here and there that Zenith could bounce back and get themselves back in the game. But this game, I just don't get that same feeling.
Well, it's just the draft that they went for this kind of again very cheesy kind of strat. It's almost wombo combo. It's just that even when you drop the combo, you probably even don't win a team fight. Now the fact that IG has such a huge lead, because your damage source is coming out from March Machine and zombies.
Well, and look at the IG damage source. Beastmaster picks up another.
Well,
it's the Dagon build coming out from Beastmaster.
you know what? I actually think Dagon probably one of the best items when you're snowballing like this.
Yeah.
It actually is.
I don't think there's anything wrong, especially when you're up against Grave here. You want to be able to burst down the hero before they can get graved, and Dagon does help do that.
Well, I mean, we could justify it. It's definitely a very trolly item.
It's slightly trolly here, but
it's actually good though.
It's going to help. Yeah, it's not going to hurt. It's like we said. He could go for an Ag Scepter, he could go for a Vlad's, he could go for a Necrobook. All those items would help. Dagon also helps. There's very few items which would just do nothing here. Any item you get is going to help, except something like a Rod of Atos. Had to throw in the Rod of Atos flames. I flamed Treant Protector. I hadn't flamed Rod of Atos today, so I've got my quota out.
Not gonna lie, Rod of Atos would be actually decent as well, as it does have a 1200 cast range. You know what annoys me really much? Sometimes I go into this discussion, like I really want to know why certain things in Dota are actually good, right? I want to know why Rod of Atos is good. And I ask the pro players, like, oh, tell me why Rod of Atos is good. You know what they tell me? They tell me what the item do. They're like, oh, it has a 1200 cast range. It has a really good slow. Yeah. Well, I know that. I know it has a 1200 cast range. Tell me what I don't know. And nobody ever tells me why Rod of Atos is good, so...
Maybe there's just no reason.
Maybe there is. Still better than Treant, though. Maybe.
Well... Racecar YYF have almost finished off his Sanjin Yasha, and once I get that up, they have the Aegis now. I feel like they're going to go for that killing blow pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many items on IG that, again, they're not a team that says, all right, we have the lead now, let's go for the win. They're very comfortable taking this slowly. And it's not like they have the worst late game either with the Lone Druid, who's getting a ton of farm. Oh, by the way, if you want to check out his item, well...
Wow. Okay, the trolling is there. I think IG are probably feeling a bit embarrassed about the fact they lost game 2 to Zenith when they didn't.
This is a statement, right?
This is saying you guys are gonna ban nothing and beat us, because that's kind of embarrassing. If you're IG, the best team in the world, and you lose to a team who don't ban a hero, you're probably thinking that's a bit awkward. So they say, let's go. At this point, it's a statement.
It is a statement. I'm actually looking towards to
YYF, forget Sanjin Yasha, get another Dagon.
Well, no, but put the Dagon on the Spear Bear, get an energy booster, and have your bear to Dagon, because I think that's like a step up, just having Dagon on your Lone Druid.
I agree. Yeah. We do see the Vlads on the Chen. That's a less trolly item, although there's a Dagon coming very shortly.
I mean, that's the best hero to get a Dagon.
Wow, Shadow Demon has Dagon. They've got 3 Dagons.
I think they're just farming for Dagon.
Lifesteal's got Dagon. They're going to have 5 Dagons shortly.
All right, they're going to just Soul Catcher, Penitence, and just let it rain.
1, 2, 3, and the last 2 are coming very soon.
Well, I do not mind just them dragging this game out.
You know who's going to be the target as well? Ice.
Ice, for sure.
He's number 1 priority.
I hope he doesn't spin out of it or grave out. They have to actually kind of scope this one out. It's an artistic kind of thing, because they're dealing with spin, they're dealing with sleep, as well as grave. So if they fuck up, then they do actually miss out 5 Dagons. So they gotta plan this shit out. I think you have to actually initiate with the Beastmaster War after Blink, proceed to... Again, not have it grave or sleep, and then you Dagon.
This strat's not legit until the Spirit Bearer is a Dagon. I'm not satisfied until we see 6 Dagons.
Step it up, Spirit Bearer. You're an honorary member of the team, man.
Yep, we've got to see it. They're going all mid now. I think they've got Chen still no Dagon. He's 40 gold short.
Oh, come on, guys. Wait for IG.
Give him a creep. There we go.
There you go. All right, the courier.
Yep, 2 Dagons en route.
What is this courier called? You get this courier by getting the tournament ticket for the G1 League. The Hex Plus?
I don't know. It's a weird little courier, but it's something unique. I'll give it that. It's not my favorite courier, but it's...
Unique is a way to actually call it out. Special is another word for it.
Exactly. It's like those kids in class who you're not allowed to call retarded.
Well, I think this is why BTS pays us the big money to cast games like these. Here we go. Chuan.
Blink, Roar, Dagon. Let's see it. Well, I just want to see some Dagons go flying. Shiny laser beams. Let's go. The siege is there.
It's like orchestrated excellence. Here we go. Blink, Roar, Day 1, and bam, bam. Well, only 2, because he died too quick.
They got 3 left. Whereas Ice is like, oh crap. Let's stay away.
These are like the revolvers, man. They got some bullets. It's refilling right now.
And Zenith, well, they probably realize this is over, but they're quite happy to at least look to save some face, maybe stay in this game a bit longer, and also give IG a bit of fun with the Dagons.
I mean,
they're good sports.
I think they're gentlemen, right? Like a lot of people would just tap out and call it GG, but you know they're actually have the fun.
Exactly. If they saw 5 Dagons coming their way and just tapped out called GG, that's nobody wins.
Yeah, nobody wins. All right, there's a sleep. There's a wombo combo. March number 1. Weave. Tombstone. All right, where's the Dagons? Here we go.
The target? I'm seeing red laser beams fly everywhere. I don't know who's going on.
Oh, actually, Tinker got a kill.
Well,
like this combo, you see, it's actually working. It's actually doing a ton of damage. IG is being chased out of the base.
Joe is in trouble. He's lost the Aegis. He's going to die a second time. It looks like.
Well, I don't know. Is this game over yet?
I think so.
I think so too. But they're gonna get a kill on Zoe.
Well, I think Zenith are going to say, hey, maybe we can sort of claw our way back bit by bit. Triple bracer on Dazzle.
They're like, middle finger, here's the bigger middle finger back at you. You use for sleep for this.
Oh, man. It's still 25k gold lead. And I imagine... look, they lost an Aegis, they lost an unnecessary fight, but I think they're okay with that. You know Lone Druid buys a Maelstrom. He's like, okay, let's make sure we actually don't lose.
I think the response to this is by upgrading your Dagon.
You realize... For those of you tuning in who don't realize the importance of this game, they're probably thinking, oh, IG are trolling. The winner of this game wins Group B. Winning Group B means you qualify immediately for the LAN finals. So there's so much at stake with this Game 3 here. And IG are like, no problem, we've got 5 Dagons.
We got 5 Dagons. Soon to be 6 because Tinker's going to get one too. So, well
be sure to follow these guys on Twitter. I think Chuan's just got himself a new Twitter. That's probably why he's going this Dagon build. He's like, guys, I need some more Twitter followers. Let's get myself a Dagon on Chen.
Okay, if triple kill Chen finishes the game with Dagon, don't get followers. I don't even know how many people are watching this game. If you have a Twitter, go follow him. What is his Twitter account?
I would say twitter.com/IGChuan, but I'm not sure. I don't think I even follow him.
Yeah, somebody look that up.
Yeah, I remember seeing people linking to it earlier today and seeing that it was a very new Twitter.
Speaking of Twitters, a little bit of shameless plug here. BTS God, follow him.
Oh, yeah.
As well as Luminous Inverse, as well as at LD Dota, because we shamelessly retweet our competitors.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I was throw a tweet, so we retweet.
Hey, it's all about promoting Dota 2. I was
go.
plugging the Star Ladder matches yesterday. For those of you wondering, the Star Ladder LAN Grand Finals is actually coming up later today. We're streaming We Play Dota 2, but for those of you who want to watch the Star Ladder, it'll be over on Toby1 Dota stream. Definitely check that out.
Shout out to No Tie Hunter.
Yeah, No Tie Hunter going up against Fnatic. But right now, IG looking to seal the deal here. We'll have We Play Dota 2 action on. LD's going to be streaming the group with Liquid. So we get to see some Liquid Dota. Also, Merlini apparently subbing in for Root.
There you go. We have Infest Bomb into the Beastmaster. These guys says, all right, trolling's over. Let's get back on business. Let's win the game. Channel not being used just yet. Where's the Beastmaster Roar? Here's the sleep. They want to re-engage, and let's see if it's going to work out. Weave is going to be on top of a couple of heroes, and Beastmaster's got to drop that Roar immediately. Where is it going to go? Roar, no Roar just yet. Still using it. There's a Roar on Ice, Ice, Ice. They got red lasers. No red lasers being flown now. They want Miracle. They get Miracle. Omni Slash just cleaning out Beastmaster. Shadow Demon said as well. I think the Dire team is holding. Zoe's in big trouble. Zoe is dead. My God, is Zenith making a comeback? And what a comeback it would be if it is a comeback. Holy crap, another team fight being won. The synergy of the Zenith team is immense. Chuan is also on the run. He's running away. He's got the mech. He pops it. Oh my God, I think they're going to kill him as well. Blink Dagger is following through.
Not enough damage. They need another blink here. Meanwhile, in the background, you have to show him back up.
Chuan said.
Oh, Tinker got him. There's a gem on the ground as well. YYF still without a single death to his name, and he's looking for more. He's looking to go in on 4 heroes here. Unfortunately, Ensnare is such a great counter to him. He's still chasing. There's your Blink Dagger from Beastmaster. He's got no Roar for 25 seconds. Where are those red laser beams? Ice, Ice, Ice is going to be the target. There we go. He was on 20 HP. YYF makes a big hell of a statement there with that Dagon. Picks himself up his 7th kill of the game, and now we see Tinker blinking the hell out of there. These Raxes, it looks like they'll finally take a fall.
You know, you can buy back heroes, but you can't buy back your cooldown, and that's the issue here. Song does have a very long cooldown, as well as most of these other big ultimates. So IG says, all right, you had your fun, so let's finish. No, IG!
Roche is up soon, but not yet.
Well?
I'm surprised. No Song of the Siren. This seems like a good time to go push, because Song of the Siren, got Dirge in there with a big tombstone. He had 2-3 layers of zombies up before the fight even began.
And Arches.
Yeah, March and Machine as well gets just set up. So IG
And Weave.
Man, I don't know. I think some of the Sirens, the one thing stopping them from pushing, it's back up now.
IG is definitely making this interesting. I don't think this game is as clear-cut as we want it to be.
I agree. I think IG, I mean, IG probably know that if they just sort of buckle down, get their real items now and just play seriously, they'll win this despite having the 5 Dagons, but they've got to be...
Dagons are real items. I don't see your issues.
They've got to be... At this point, they've got to think, okay, let's make sure we don't lose this game, because there's a trip to China. Well, they're already in China. A trip to the LAN finals at stake here. Even though the loser still very likely to qualify for the LAN finals, but it's not guaranteed.
If they throw this game...
That would be the most awkward moment.
Yeah.
They'll be seeing some big pay cuts.
Like, you know, we joke about EG being throwers. Like, IG is gonna be the grandfather of all the throwers.
Yeah.
If that's gonna be the case, I mean, I don't know. Well, they're gonna try one more time. I think initiating on Naga is a priority #1. Dude's got a Radiance too now.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage output coming out from this Zenith side. They're going to see a blinking coming up from Ferrari. Where's your roll, though? Doesn't use it just yet. He's now looking. Song of the Siren back up. Blade Fury is there. Where's the Tombstone? Where's everything else? There's your Dazzle ultimate trying to do enough damage here. Tombstone is dropped in. Well, Zenith, can they actually take this fight? X-Freedom going to get burst down. Dagon to pieces. And YYF is in the front guards. He's doing all the damage in the world. And it looks like YYF is all that IG need. He is the answer. More Dagons coming out. Lone Druid picks up the kill. Red lasers after red laser. They bring down the Anzai. He calls GG, and it looks like, here we go. Dagon? Dagon. Where's the Dagon?
CD level 1 Dagon sucks. Like an 80-second cooldown. But they do get him. They do get him. Try hard gaming. I gotta say, just imagine that team fight they had. Imagine them not being down by 20,000 gold and 15 kills. This lineup is actually really, really legit if you could pull it off. But you got 5 Dagon, so...
Well, and now we see the Dagon level up. Level 3 Dagon on Lone Druid. Dazzle, X-Freedom has said, I've had enough.
I think IG so forgot the fact that his
Ice escaped.
Dagon. Don't run!
He escaped to top lane. I think he TP'd out of there.
Oh, YYF? YYF? Why is he still alive? There you go. Oh man. I've never seen a Chinese team troll like this. I've never seen this before.
It's good. You get to see a human element. I think this is something which the Western fans, all the people tuning in, there's a lot of people tuning in for this awesome match. We'll get to see this and think, guess what? IG are normal people. They're not robots playing Dota 2.
They look like it.
Yeah, they may look like it, but when you see this, you can see, hey, this is a team who likes to have fun and just joke around as well.
Yep. Nothing wrong against that. Although, I mean, you can see that Ice is doing a celebratory spin in the enemy base right now.
Yeah, he's got his TP score already. I think he's going to get the hell out of there. He does not want to die.
The question is who's going to TP back and give him a Dagon?
Yeah, he's got no Blade Fury. Now's the time. Come on, YYF. He's got his Dagon 5. No TP scroll, though.
YYF, such a scrub, no TP scroll.
Well, he just Dagon 5 Naga Siren. No, he didn't Dagon 5. He just got the straight up kill.
I think he's going to have a showdown. Oh, buyback! Bam! Where you at? I love it. I love it.
Get good, son.
Get a kill in your fountain, and then TP back to join the fight.
Well,
this has been one of the best ways to finish this best of 3 series. I mean, we hope for an epic showdown, but this is epic in its own way.
I'm thoroughly amused.
Oh, shit.
I feel like I'm watching Harry Potter here with just like red laser beams coming out of people's wands non-stop. This is like that fight in the Ministry of Magic.
That is some next level reference, as IG will take this best of 3 series in a spectacular fashion. They will be the second team to qualify to the G1 League LAN finals. Zenith is not out of there, so if you're rooting for Zenith, as many of us are, they have at least a couple more chances to keep on playing and keep on winning, and hopefully to qualify that as well.
Yeah, so to give you guys a bit of an idea of what happens now, IG have won Group B, Orange won Group A. Those two teams, They're qualified for the LAN finals. Finishing in second place in Group B is going to be Zenith. They're going to verse the second place team from Group A, which is LGD China. Winner of that match qualifies. Then your two third place teams, LGD International and DK, battle each other. Winner of that match goes up against the loser of the two second place teams, and the winner of that match qualifies as well. So 4 teams from Asia will qualify. We're also going to see 2 teams from Europe and America qualify. So that's exciting that we're going to have a mixed European, American, and Asian event. The qualifier information for that, the bracket is now out as well, and we'll see some of the best teams in Europe and American competing. But that concludes everything for the G1 League for today. We've got We Play Dota 2 action coming up. I believe it's in like 10 minutes time. I think the first match is in 10 minutes time. So stay tuned, everyone, for We Play Dota 2. I'm Gods, and he's Luminous. You can follow us on Twitter, as mentioned. I'm twitter.com/btsgods. He's twitter.com/luminousInverse. And that concludes everything for the G1 League the first part of Phase 3. We have more matches coming up in the coming days. Tomorrow we have our first round of the playoffs, I believe. So we'll have playoff action from tomorrow, the day after. I think there's 3 days of online playoffs, so be sure to tune in for that. But more importantly, stay tuned in. We've got We Play Dota 2 coming up soon. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. It's great to see such a huge turnout for these Asian Dota 2 matches between Zenith and IG, and plenty more good matches coming in the coming days. So without much further ado, guys, I'm going to stop talking, and we're going to go to a quick break now, and we'll be back soon with We Play Dota 2.